Hello guys, welcome to Farm Delight _TV. As we have promised, today is another day, that's another Tuesday, and we have come to make another video. Today we have a topic that we've chose, and we have chosen to come and discuss it. And we have some points that we are going to tackle. So if you join us and you have any question, as usual, you can type in, or you can pick our WhatsApp number and then call us or send us a message. But before we start, let's take this opportunity to thank our faithful subscribers and viewers who has been with us always. All that we say is may God bless you. Today we have this topic that we are going to discuss. That is, how do you see livestock farming? And we have some points today. I did my best to jot them down so that we're going to pick them one by one and then we discuss. First, livestock, we need to see it or take it as what? A business. We need to take it as what? Business. If you see it as a business, then you know how to what? Handle it. Because we need to have what? The business mindset. How to organize the business. So to make the livestock farming profitable, first, we need to see it as what? Business. And every business, in the long run or the final, is what? Profitability. Yes. You need to have what? The business mindset to enter into the livestock business. So we are going to do our best to pick them one by one. And also, as time goes on, we will bring in some of the animals as an example to talk about them, to fit in. That is, we need to have a business mindset. That's the first point that we will tackle today. See it as a business. So you go in with all your might and all your strength to strategize it and make it more profitable. That's the first point. And also, we need to see it as what? Investment. Because it's what? Your hard-earned money, that's what you are going to what? Invest. So, it will be better for us to see the livestock business as what? Investment. What do I mean by what? To see it as an investment. Okay, yeah, let's take it from this angle. Let's say if you are going to buy 2 goats, female and 1 male, initially it's your own money that you are going to use to buy them. So it's the same as using your own money to buy stock, or using your own money to go and buy something and go and sell it. Yeah. So without having it or seeing it as what investment, then it means you are going to lose or throw your money away. So it's better we see it as what? Investment. I'll do my best to bring all the points, and then as time goes on, we pick them one by one and then elaborate and give more details about each point. Now, we have mentioned we need to see it as what? A business. Two, as an investment. But before we have all these things, another important thing that we need to make sure we have it before we enter into all this is what? To have a business plan. We need to have a business plan about the farming, the livestock farming business. Yes, we need to sit down and plan, strategize how we are going to what? Go about the whole thing. That's why we need to have what? A business plan, and write everything, how we go about it, the short-term plan, medium-term plan, and the long-term plan. We need to have all this in place. Yes, because the business plan is the one that is going to guide us to do the business and do it properly. Yes, because let's say in the short term, we are going to have 3 animals on site. Medium term, we are going to raise them to, let's say, 20 or 50. But in the long term or in the long run, the plan, that's where we say that we need to have what? Start small, but aim high. Yeah. You start with, let's say, 3, but the ultimate goal is what? Let's say 5,000, 10,000 animals in your farm. But all this, we need to sit down and plan well. We need to sit down and plan well, because you can't just wake up one day, you just put up the structure, you buy the animals and you put them there like some of us some time ago we did. Because if we keep on doing this, then we are doing it like what? We are just throwing our monies away. But if there's what? A proper plan, the short, medium, and the long term plan, all of these are in place. What do I mean by the short, medium, and then the long? The short term should be what? 1 year. That's the first year. That's where you are going to put the structure, which we have mentioned a couple time ago, that the structures, you don't need to build all of them before you start bringing in your animals. You build just a few, you bring some of the animals, and as time goes on, then you start building the other ones. That's why we say that the first year should be some of the animals. Let's say I will start with 3 or 4 or 5. Then you put the structure and you bring them. And then the medium term should be what? 3 years. 3 years. That's where you say, okay, at this time, I started with 3 or 5. But at this time, we need to reach the level of 50 or 100 in the farm. And after, during the medium term, that's where the major planning, you need to strategize it properly. Okay, now I have 100 animals, so I'm going to select, let's say, 10 female and then 2 males. That's where I'm going to what? Make sure, synchronize them. Okay, how are you going to do it? Let's say, okay, I have 10 female, they are going to give birth, so I'm going to, the first month, 4 of them are going to give birth. So let me cross 4 at this time. In a month's time, you cross the second batch, 3, and then the third month, you cross the next 3, making it what? 10 female, you've crossed all of them. Okay, so with this, then you know that, let's say, at this time, these 4 are going to give birth. So how many babies am I expecting? Then you know that, okay, this 4 can give me this number of babies. Then you plan for it. Because in today's discussion, because we are talking about the whole livestock farming in general, so the feeding, the management, and then how should I say, the staff, everything will come in. So I would say it's like what, a general discussion that we are doing today. So you know that, okay, next month, these 4 mothers are going to give us the babies. Okay, how many babies are we expecting? Then you have all this in place. Okay, let's say, how many babies are we going to expect to be like what, a mortality or this, and then you know that this should be what the mortality rate or something like that. Then you put all of them on paper. Yes. And then the next month, these 3 mothers are also going to give birth. So you know that the next 3 months, that's where all the 10 mothers are going to give birth, and your farm, you are going to have, let's say, 100 babies at a go. Yes. That's what, starting from what, the medium term. That's where you need to strategize all these things and make sure you prepare yourself to face the challenges. What do I mean by you prepare yourself to face the challenges? That's where the previous video that we did before this comes in, about what? The feed. Because let's say at this time you have 10 mothers and then 2 males. So it means you have only 12 on site. But within the next 2-3 months, you are expecting 100 plus the 12. So you are going to have, let's say, 112. So the amount of feed that you buy or you prepare for this, then you start planning, you make an advanced arrangement to meet the target. Let's say, instead of prepare for 112, you can even plan for 120, so that always there should be what? Reserve, enough feed on site. I hope we are learning something here. Yes, we've talked about a couple of things at the moment. So I'll go back again and mention them, should in case you just join us. We've talked about how to see the livestock farming and make it profitable. First, see it as what? A business. Second, as an investment. And then within this, you need to have what? A proper plan. That's business plan that you are going to what? Follow. That's the reason why we were just mentioning to have out a short-term, medium, and a long-term plan concerning your what? Your farm. I hope we are learning. This channel, all that we do is what? To educate ourselves about what? The livestock farming. The livestock farming. But the main priority and our concern here is what? The feed. The feed. How to have enough feed to meet what? The production. Because the animals, they are something that you have brought to cage them, to make them stay at one place, because they are not free range roaming around eating. You have make sure you confine them. So it's our duty to make sure we feed them, and then we give them proper drink, proper medication, everything that is supposed to give. We need to plan and give it to them, so that they can also reproduce and give us what? More babies. Yes. As you can see. And the next point that I'll bring is also what? Marketing. The marketing. In your plan, the business plan, you need to put in place the measures how you are going to what? Market your product. I will use the word product because the animals are your final, they are your product. And then the marketing strategy is also another chain. But you as a farmer have to sit down and plan. How are you going to sell, or how are you going to market your animals? Are you going to let people come and buy them, go and kill them? Or are you going to add value to it? You put in place a small abattoir. You let the veterinary officers come and inspect them if the animals are in good condition, and then you kill them, some by yourself. Let's say every day, if you can put 5 into the market, then this 5, I will sell 3 out, and then I will process 2 myself. And the 2 that you process, you make sure you package them well. Either you go and look for some of the restaurants or the hotels, or you create your own joint point that you are going to what? Roast them, prepare some nice dishes to sell it out. So all these things are something that before you start the farming, you need to make sure you have all this in your plan. You don't wait to get, let's say, 100 goats before you start looking around to find people to come and buy from you. Because you yourself as a farmer need to be your number 1 customer. What do I mean by your number 1 customer? Let's say you have to buy it first. Because if I'm a farmer and in my plan, I have program or project myself in such a way that every day I will sell 5 goats to the market, then what I will do is at a start, let's say every day I'll start process 1. and look for what? The local people. Let's say every day I'll kill one. Let every house come and buy some and go and prepare their own local dish for the day. Starting from there, then when I find out that the market or the demand is what? Growing, then I'll add another one. So instead of one, then I'll add two. Another one, making it two. And as time goes on, you get a small machine. You build small abattoir, neat and nice. You kill them, you process them, and then you sell them out to the restaurant or some of the supermarket. So you can see that you have created the market for yourself. You have captured the local people, and also you have entered into what? Other market. So we need to have all this in our plan. I think today we are going to have a healthy discussion. We will talk a lot about this for everyone to know that doing or being a farmer is a good thing. It's a good thing. But before, we need to sit down, plan everything properly. We need to plan everything properly, like the few ones that I have mentioned. And then we stand on it and move on it. And the next point is when to expand your farm. Because all this point that I've mentioned, for you to expand the farm, you can't just stand up one day or just say that, oh, okay, the farming is doing well, so let me scale it. So all this, we need to plan and make sure the market strategy is well and is cemented. You rely on your customers, even yourself, the one that you are doing yourself, and the customers who are coming to buy it. You know how you treat them. That's the customer service. You need to build the customer service base well to know that your customers, you are not going to lose them. Yes, example, let's say occasion, as you know, Ghana, either Christmas, Easter, or Ramadan, when that period comes, you know some of your customers who are Christians and who are Muslims. Let's say when it is Ramadan, you know all your customers who are Muslims or this, and then you go, you give them some of your product like a gift. You give it to them to celebrate. When it is Christmas, you do the same thing for your Christmas customers. Your Christian customers, you do it for them, so that you know you have taken some burden from them, because the money that they will use to buy to celebrate their festival, you have already sorted it out for them. Like someone will say, buy two get one free, or buy one get one half price. It's all marketing strategy. So as you can see, all these things come into what? The marketing that we mentioned. So these farms, what should I say? The livestock, we need to see it as what? Business. And plan well. Business, the strategy, I would say all of them are the same. But the number one thing that every business person need to keep is what? Your customer base. That comes in your marketing strategy. Know who the customers who always come and buy the things, the animals from you in a regular basis. Let's say every week, if one customer can come and buy, let's say, 10 from you, or let's say 7 from you, it means that customer is buying one every day from you. Then you know that this customer should be what? My number one customer. But all the customers, you treat them the same. But the loyal ones, you try to keep them, make them feel part of the business. We talk about all the staff, but now it's for the customers. You make them feel that they are part of the business. At times they will come, you ask them their opinions about the whole setup. How did they see the farm? Is there anything that you have to improve? How did they see, what should I say, the building, the environment, everything? Is there anything that needs to be improved? Then you seek their opinion, and then you put all these things in place. When it comes like this, they know that they are part of the business, because when they bring their suggestion, and the next time when they come, they find out that you are doing it, then they know that, oh, we are part of this business. Yes, you make them feel part of the business. And the other point that we will talk about is also what? The cash flow. Yes, that's also another thing that we need to tackle it today before we start everything. Before all these things, we need to sit down. Let's say if you have 2,000, which you are going to use to do the business, you need to sit down, make sure, okay, this is all that I have, 2,000, which I'm going to use to start this livestock business. Should I go and spend all these 2,000, or should I divide them into 2 or into 3? That's why I have mentioned you need to sit down and have what? A business plan. And you do all this analysis to carry your strength. Okay, initially, this is the amount that I have, but I am still working, doing my what should I say, my primary job. Okay, let's say every month I can keep 10. So next month I'll have 10. The following month I'll have another 10. Then it means the plan, the short-term plan, I'm using as an example. In the short-term plan, every month I can save 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. It means you are going to have 120. So this 120, this is the cash issue that we are talking about, the finance, how you are going to finance the whole project. So it means the first year I have my 2,000, then I will save another 10, 10, 10, 12, 120, making it what? 2,120. Okay, then how am I going to spend it? It means I need to sit down, plan for the first 2,000, and I'll divide it into 2 or 3. Or do I by 2 or 3? If it is 2, then it means 1,000, and then 1,000 will stay behind. If it is 3, 1,000 will go, 500 will be there, another 500 will also stay behind. So dispatchment, how you dispatch it, the 1,000 will go first, start building the structure, the infrastructure, the buildings, and then the next 500 will bring in the animals and their feed. Sorry. And the next 500 will come in as what? The extra cash flow coming from your own pocket for the staff. And then the feed. Because if you don't sit down and plan about this and you go in and then you start putting in all these 2,000 at a go, before the animals come, you have already exhausted. You have stretched yourself, and you are, what should I say? You have nothing behind you to push you. So it's better the initial capital need to be what? Divide. I hope we are learning. Yes, we are learning. So the cash flow, I'll take something and then we discuss about it to support this cash flow coming into play. All this that I have said is what the one that you yourself as a farmer is what providing, is bringing out. But what is what the farm bringing it? Example, we have some of the cash crops, or we have some of the items, crops, that is what every 3 months you sell them, or every 2 or 6 months you sell them. So you make these ones like what? Your short-term cash flow. Example, you can start something like okra, pepper, or this tomato, just a small portion, and you start planting them. And then these ones, when they is what harvest time, will come and back you, to push you, to support you financially, to bring cash flow into the business. That's one area that we need to think about. Although our main focus is what? The livestock. But because of the cash flow that we need, because the livestock is what? A long-term business. Because if the animal give birth today, before you can sell it, it's about after 7 months going. And with this all months, you are going to feed them and you are going to pay the staffs. But let's say in between, if you have some crops that can bring cash every 3, let's say the first 3 months, the okra, you can sell them after, when it is time to harvest, you can harvest for the next 3 months. By the time it's gone, another one have also taken over. So you can see that before you sell the animal, you have done the crops twice to support you, to push you. That's one aspect of how to mobilize cash to support your business, the livestock business. And another one is also, let's say you start with small chicken, that's the layers. Just a small number of them, about 300 or something, depending on your strength. And then you keep them, because for them also, after 4.5 months to 6 months, they are also going to give you eggs every day. Every day you are going to pick some eggs that you are going to sell to support your business, the livestock business. That's going to give you a cash flow. And with this, you can sell them every day, every week, every month, to buy the feed for what? The livestock, and also pay the staff and pay other bills. Let's say if you have electricity, if you have other things that you need to buy like medication, other things, you use all this to support, just to set yourself free from what? Exhausting yourself. Yeah, because the livestock is what? The animals are like, what should I say? They are asset. Yes, we need to see them like what? An asset. So we have to make sure we manage them and protect them properly. That's why the other day we did a video concerning how to put the security measures there. And the other day we did a video about how to what? Get cheap but quality feed for them. And today we are discussing about how to see the whole thing as what? A business. And move ahead. Yeah, once again, if you have any question or if you have anything that you need to let us know, you can what? Pick our number from the description box. You give us a WhatsApp call or a message. But the message, don't say hi. Just write the whole thing that you want us to come and assist you. And then we will come and help you out. Or if you can call us, you can call us and then we will pick it. Yes. We've talked about see the livestock as what? Business, as an investment, have what? A business plan. And the business plan, you need to have it the short term, medium term, and the long term. And we have what discussed about how to go about what the short term and how to go about the medium term. And now we are going to pick the long term. Because the long term, that's when this how to expand the business, how to expand it is coming in. Because let's say the short and the medium, I have structures that can contain about 1,000 animals. So the long term, then I should have reached about what? 10,000 or 5,000. So we start from the medium term, that's from the 3 years to the 5 years. That's where the expansion need to start. When the business is what 3 years and you find out that it's doing well, already you know your customer base, your marketing, all these things are moving on well, and you have cemented it, then you start what? Expand. Yes. Yes. That's when you need to expand to scale the farm. That's when you need to scale the farm. By then, you have seen your loyal customers and your loyal staff, the employees. I'll talk a bit about the employees, that's the staff. I'll talk a bit about them, but that will come in between because we have done a video mentioning or talk a bit or a lot about them. So today we will bring them in between in today's discussion. So as you can see, if all these things are in place and you, the farmer, you've seen yourself as what? An investor and also a businessman. So from 3 years, you know if the business is doing well or it's not doing well. So if the business is not doing well, then I cannot scale it. Then still I need to maintain and make sure I put on the ones that I haven't done well. I correct myself and push it. And if the business is doing well, then I need to what? Step up, stand on it, and then scale it. And then scale it. Because we need to raise the champions to change the narratives. We need to raise champions to change the narratives. Any country that you come from, 20 people coming together doing this livestock business can change the narrative a lot about your country. Because if this one is producing 10,000 to 50,000 somewhere, this one is also doing the same here, another one is doing the same here. At the end of the month, at the end of the year, you can see how well the production will go. How well the production will go. That's why today we have taken our time, and we are taking our time to bring all these points and then tackle them one after the other. Yes, one after the other. Forget about the failures, because when you start, you are going to face all these challenges. That's why now a couple of guys have come together. This one is doing his best to teach. Another one is doing his best to teach somewhere. Yes, I'll mention the name. Mr. Bain is doing his best to teach. SOS is also doing his best to teach. Auntie Tilly is also doing her best also to teach. And we are also here, Farm Delight, also doing our best to teach. So if you go here, you have little knowledge. You go here, you have little knowledge. You go here, you have little knowledge. You come here and you have little knowledge. You put all of them together. You digest them. You take the one that you think will benefit you, and then you add yours to it so that you can push, so that the failure or the losses will be minimized for you. Some of us, we didn't have this chance or this opportunity when we started, so we lost a lot. That's why now we have taken it upon ourselves. The mistakes, I won't say mistakes, the challenges that we face, you as a beginner or as an existing farmer is not going to face it, or is not going to have it. All that we are saying here is what? Take your time, follow our teachings, or follow what we share here, and pick the good ones. Stand on it, use them, and see how you are going to do in this livestock business that we are talking about. Yeah, let me bring in here the staffs. Earlier on, I did mention about what? The customers, the loyal ones. The same thing applies to what? Your staff. When you start, by the time you reach 3 years to 5 years, you see those who are loyal to the farm, who are loyal to the business, and who are loyal to you. Then you know, with this group, with this, I can move with them to this level. With this, I need to maintain them at this level. With this, I need to make sure they are at the base, because they are all part of the business, and all of them are going to be part of the business. You don't need to do this or that, but make sure you have seen, you have tested them, and see their level of capability and the loyalty, which is important. And also make sure, let them also feel part of the business. Let them feel part of the business. We've done a video about this, so you can go and watch. Yeah, if today happens to be the first time that you've come across our channel, this channel is what? Farm Delight _TV. If you haven't subscribed, you can subscribe to it, and then you have a lot of videos there, upload there. You can go and watch, and you will learn a lot from our videos. You will learn a lot from our videos. Yeah. Now we have tackled the staffs, the guys that you employ to work for you, because we have done full video about it. So today we will just mention these few ones. Make sure you test their loyalty and their ability to help the business grow. Yes. Now we go back to what? The feed. Because all of this need to be part of the business. In the long run, all this need to come to play to help the business grow and to sustain it. Look around your farm. We've talked about what? The cash flow, and through the cash flow, we brought in starting growing some of the crops like okra, pepper, tomato, these things that you can harvest within just 90 days to have some cash to support your business. But when it comes to what? The feed, to feed them, that's also another thing. We have done a couple of videos about it, but we will still mention it because it's something that we need to keep on reminding ourselves so that we don't forget about it. Look around your farm, the land that you have. There are some plants that you will need to feed your animals, but with this plant, they normally do well during the rainy season, and during the dry season you can't even see one there. So all that you need to do is, during the rainy season, gather as much as you can. Gather as much as you can. Get yourself some molasses, get yourself some drum, and then prepare the silage. And keep them. Store them somewhere so that when the dry season comes, or the dry time comes, you have enough or some to lean on it. Because this livestock business, as we have mentioned earlier on, our priority is what? Not just having 2 or 3. No. We are thinking about what? Scaling it to what? 3,000, 5,000, 10,000 other cow, goat, pig, depending on the one that you are hot. You have comparative advantage in your locality. Because your locality, if you know, let's say here, goat will be good, then you do it. And as you can see back home, some places, they won't allow you to bring goats there. Then you know it's no-go zone for goats. So there's no need going to put up structure to do this thing there. But that side, maybe you can do piggery there. Okay, then you know that here, my advantage is what? The piggery. So I'm going to set up the piggery business here. And then you have this long-term perception and how to sustain it and how to scale it and move it ahead. That's what we are talking about here. And those in the northern part who can have access and chance to raise this cow and then other guinea fowl. Of course, one of our subscribers called, and where he is, he said that he has started with the guinea fowl. So that side, that will be his strength. So we will encourage him to make sure he need to think about getting over 20,000 guinea fowl, because they are the same like what? Having the best, the layers of this. So if he can raise 20,000 and the market is strong, then he can step on it and then think about 50, and then he think. So by the time he realized he has captured a lot, that if anybody need guinea fowl in the south, we know that, oh, we can direct this person here because we have the contact, we have everything, the network. Then we link the buyers there to go and buy, or we arrange for him also to send them to you. So as you can see, this business that we are doing is what? Like a networking. The other day we mentioned those who need this molasses. Where you are, if you can't find the molasses, just pick our contact, call us. Somebody or someone will come and assist you to get your molasses, to do your silage. Because today is what? I would say, how do you see the livestock business? Do you see it like as a profitable business, or just to have a fun of it? That's why today we are bringing in all these things, the one that you can do and the one that we need to do away with, to make sure we establish a proper business. To make sure we establish a proper business. Yes. Another point that I'm going to raise, this point will also help us a lot. One, we talk about what? The no smell pen. The no smell pen. With this, either you are doing the chicken, the layers, or the broilers, any one that you are doing inside the pen, inside their room, you need to put some sawdust and then you add a bit of charcoal there. Normally, the traditional way is, let's say, every year, I think every year or 2 years, that's when those who do the chicken, they remove all the sawdust from the room. Okay, so when they remove this sawdust, normally either they throw it away or someone will go and take it like what? A manure. But you as a farmer, you can take this and plant it properly and make it proper manure, so that you yourself can use it to grow other things for yourself, or you can sell it because you have added value to it, to make it an organic, and you sell it out. At least you can get a little amount of money to buy some medication or to do something for your farm, because all this need to come into what? The cash flow that we're talking about inside the business. We don't need to let anything go. And those doing the cow, those doing the goat, those doing the piggery can also use the same sawdust and charcoal there. And when they remove it, they can also add some value to it. When I say value to it, we'll do video about it because we've done a couple of videos, but we'll do proper video about how to make sure you turn this to become a manure, that's a fertilizer, to sell them out. Because let's say if you have a ton, you can't use all of them. You need to sell some for others who will go and buy this fertilizer and other things, so that they can also come and have it and go and use them. And with this, you're going to have some cash to support your business. I hope all of us are learning. Yes, we need to learn. Yeah, if you just join us, Farm Delight, today we are discussing about what? How do you see your farm, the livestock? Do you see it as what? A profitable business? Or you see it as what you are just having a fun, or you see it as what everybody is doing it, so let me also go and have it. But our advice here is what? See it as what? A business, and also see it as what? Investment. Have these two mindset perception, because if you see it as what? A business that you are doing, and also it's your money that you are going to what? Invest, then it means you make sure you hold it and do it well. Yes, it's a business. So let's make sure we manage it and we do it properly. Yeah, I'll go back and talk a bit about the marketing strategy again. Because let's say back home, the farmers will grow, or the farmers will rear their animals, and you see the middlemen. They are the one who come in and make money at the expense of the farmers. Because the farmers, normally what they do is they just sit at their farm and just keep on producing or growing and then harvesting, expecting someone to come to where their farm is and what? Buy it. That's the reason why the middlemen or the market people, when they come, they are the one who will come and price it. Oh, the market is not good. Oh, the transportation. Oh, this, and then they will use this as an excuse to price your items low, and then they will go and they are making good money at your expense. All these are the reason why we have taken upon ourselves once again to teach or talk about the marketing strategy when it comes to what? This livestock business. All these things that we are doing is what? Those back home. Let's say whether you are from Uganda, Kenya, Ghana, Nigeria, Togo, wherever you are, or any other parts of the world. You need to create the market first. You yourself need to be your number one customer. Yes, because it's livestock, the animals that we are talking about. So we will stand on and use the animals as an example. Example, because what should I say? Those doing the best, the layers, they don't have any issue when it comes to what? The market, because for them, the eggs, I think the market is good and always the buyers are there. But when it comes to the goat, the pigs, the cow, other things, they are the ones that the buyer will just come and then price. Oh, I'll give you this, I'll do you this, I'll do you that. Example, let's say if I have 3 goats that I'm ready to sell, but me myself, I am my number one customer, because I know today I can kill one and process and sell it out, or I can make a small joint, I'll kill it, prepare it and sell it for others to come and enjoy. I'm not going to wait for someone, the middleman or the buyer, to come from somewhere and come and price it. Oh, the market is not good, the season is not good, the transportation, the fare is up, so I'm going to give you this and then I'll let that person pick them and go. No, because I know the next 3 days I can sell this myself. So when he comes, I'm the one going to price the 2, because I know 1 is for me. It's only 2 that I need to sell it out. So I'm not in what? Any pressure to sell them. by all means, because I can't feed them, I can't do this. One, when it comes to the feed, you have already prepared yourself. This feed issue that we've talked about, you have it there. So you are not going to be compelled to sell the animals by all means because you can't feed them. Whether the one who come buy or he don't buy, you have it. Because one, if you come and then you stand on your grounds, this one, he has come maybe with the transportation or this. So it's going to be win-win. Because for him to go back without buying anything, it means he's losing his transportation. So he will make sure he also gets something and return. So it's going to be a win-win. It's not going to be lose-win. Yes. So all these things need to come into play. And all this, we need to start planning them. All of them need to come into play. Just a year, that's the short term. Getting to the medium term, that's when we need to plan all these things and make sure we have what? Make ourselves our number one customer. Yes, that's Farm Delight. We do our best to share all this information, all this idea, so that you, the farmer, can benefit and have the zeal to scale your farm. We want us, all of us, to do well in this business. When it comes to this livestock business, make sure we've tackled every aspect when it comes to the livestock business and move ahead. And another thing is, because I've already talked about what you being your number one customer, creating your own market, and also you move around. You start contacting this local food joint. Oh, how many animals do you kill a week? How many do you kill a day? Oh, are you getting the needed supply? Oh, I can supply you, let's say, every day I can supply you 1, or every week I can supply you 5. Okay, then you bargain. You do this, you do that, you do that. So it means you have already go out, search, and then you find some of the market. Then you know that, okay, I have these 3 customers that I can supply. Then you test them. The first week, the second week, the third week, 1 month, 3 months, you use it to test them, how they will purchase, their punctuality, how faithful, how loyal that they will be to you, paying you, doing this. Okay, then you know that, okay, I have these people. And then you look at what? Their business, what should I say? How long can they be in business? Because you need to ask them, when did they start? Maybe they'll say, oh, this is what we've started. It was my mother or my grandparent. Then you know that this business is a long-term business. Then it means they can help you to also build your business long-term. And some will say, oh, we just started last week. And then you know that, okay, these people, they are now trying. So I don't need to force myself too much there. Then you know, we started, it was my mother, but now she's this, and I have taken over. Then you ask the person, okay, were you assisting your mom when she was strong, coming to do the job? Yeah. Then you know that she has learned a bit. Then you know that, okay, this, I can rely on them. Then if you're able to gather all this information, because it's your your locality. That's what I'm talking about now. Then you know that, okay, I have, let's say, 10 local vendors, food vendors, who I can supply my animals to. Okay, this one have been in business for years. This one has been in business for, let's say, a couple of years. This one just started. Okay, then you step on it, and then you stand on it to know that, okay, then I have to strategize my farm. I need to make sure, let's say I have 10 animals who are giving birth to me, but with this amount, I can't supply all this. Okay, then let me increase them. Make sure I have 15. And then later you add another 5, making it 20 mothers giving birth. Then you know that you can supply this market on a regular basis, including you yourself. As you can see, all this analysis that I am making it at the local level, wherever you are, your village, your next town, your this, that's what I'm talking about. I haven't even mentioned about you going to set up a restaurant, or you going to set up, what should I say, a cold store, or you entering into this hotels, or going to look for this market women and then this shopping malls. All this is what, in the long, what's like short and the medium term strategy that I have mentioned. But in the long run, by then, you have already captured some of the hotels, some of the shopping malls. Then you know that, okay, this, I can process them, take the carcasses away, and then supply them regular basis, because maybe they need it every day. So you need to get a car, a van. Middle of the day, early in the morning, you process them. By 5 a.m., you have supplied them fresh. Because by then, you have already established yourself well, and you can afford to buy your own van, the cold one. You have your abattoir, you process them, you package them well, how they want you to package it. Or you can go on your own package, and then you start showing it to them. If they like it, then you keep it, then it become your brand, and then you step on it, and then that's what you are going to use to distribute, to supply to them. Yes, we can do it. Yes, all of us can do this farming business. Just that the fear, and also especially those who have gone to school a bit, think, oh, this farming is for those guys, for this, and we need to dress well, we need to do this. But the farmers, they don't dress well, or they are this, because I think we've done a couple of videos about this. No. Even if you have a PhD, you can put it aside and you do your farming full time, and then you do this other jobs, consultancy or part time, because it's not going to take your time. Some of us, initially, even as at now, we are selling our time, because we work to get paid. But the plan is there to make sure we use our time to enter into this business fully. Yes, we need to enter into this farming business fully, so that we can manage our time. Because we can live somewhere and let the farm somewhere and leave it for someone to manage it for us. it won't go the way we want it to go. But another thing is, if it doesn't matter where you are, start from somewhere before you go. Because you can't just stop the work you are doing, just pack your things and move back home and say you are going to do this business. No, you can't do that. You are going to face some challenges. So it's better you start, like I said, the short term and the medium term. That's where the transition need to start. The short term, you can stay wherever you are, stay there, and then you start the business, the livestock business back home, little by little, little by little. When you reach the medium term, then you start your transition. I think today we have talked a lot. We have tackled a lot of issues today. We have tackled a lot of issues today. That's where we need to what? Start the transition. So our present, because we have the idea. All this while those there is the information or the knowledge that we have. That's the one that we are passing or giving it to them to go about it. At times, they will do what they want to do, not what you are telling them to do. But when we go there and we are doing it, it means we are going to do what we want it to be. So as you can see, so at times, all these are some of the reasons at times the business looks like it's stacking, because the one that you are passing the message to, they don't execute it well. Oh, let's do it this way. Let's forget about the boss. Let's do it this way. And then they will do it what they want. That will make them feel comfortable. That's what they will do. And ignore yours. But the good thing is, even if they're able to do 50% or 60% or 70%, it means the 30% will be wrong, but the business is what will be moving, shaking or doing like this. So by the time you reach what the medium term, then you start showing your face. That's where all these mistakes, then you start correcting them. You start correcting all these mistakes to make the business stand firm and know that, okay, this business, it can move to the next 50 years. When you talk about the farming, it's business, it's the same business as or any business, any retail, any business, they are all the same. Because some of the farms has been in existence for years, 20 years, 30 years, 50 years. I think I just mentioned just a few, 50 years. Even ours is even about almost 20 years. Although we haven't reached, but we started, if things have gone well. So talking about the existing one that we see, it means they've been in existence for over 100 years. So that's what the mindset, the perception that we need to change, the narrative. We need to change the narrative. Yes, we need to change the narrative. So as you can see, this livestock business that we are talking about is a huge business. It's a huge business, and those who understand it and they are doing it, they have a lot of cash. They have a lot of cash. But those who just go in and do things, oh, this one is doing it, so let me also go and do it. Yeah. And you need a resilience to stay in the business. We need to stay in the business and move. Yeah. Yeah, I'll talk a bit about what should I say? Seeing the animals as what? An asset. Yes, they are asset, they are not liability. The animals are asset. What do I mean? Let's say someone have a house. The person says he's doing the real estate. He rent them out. At first, when we bought our animals, we bought just female. And the male that crossed them, we paid. One cross to another one cross, and we pay for just crossing them. We pay. So you can see crossing them has given the owner a cash flow. Until later, we bought our own. And these animals are what? An asset. Simply because, let's say if you have a goat there and you need an emergency, that's an emergency, and you need cash. You don't have any emergency fund. These ones come into play as what? An emergency fund. You can just take one, you go and sell it, or you kill it, you process, you sell it. So you can see they will give you an emergency cash to use. And this can also give you cash to do other projects. So the animals are what? An asset. So don't just say that, oh, you are doing the business anyhow. No. See it as what? An asset. Because you are going to have cash. And this cash, either long-term cash or short-term cash or medium-term cash, emergency fund or this, you can use these animals to program, to project, to prepare yourself for, to meet all this. Even during the old days in our village, those who sell this local chicken, these local fowls around, at times when the emergency come, you see that somebody will just go and grab about 2 or 3, go and give it to someone. Oh, I need this amount of money, but at the moment I know you don't need, so can you take this and give me this amount and keep them? When I'm able to sort the issue out, I will come back and pay you and take my animals back, or you can sell them and then pay off. So you see, they have stepped in need of an emergency fund. And not to talk about the one, like the one that we are doing, that we say that we want to do it professionally. So the young ones, even this one, the livestock business is even better for the young ones, the young generation. They are the ones that they need to step in. Let's say if you are 20-year-old or 25-year-old and you step in to do this livestock business, by the time you reach your 35 to 40 years, you will see that this livestock business have made you a millionaire. It doesn't matter where you are, either pounds or dollars or euros or cedis or naira. If you do it well, with all your strength, with all your energy, you can see that this livestock business, today I've used livestock. I decided not to go with one particular animal, but at times I bring in their names. But I decided not to tackle one animal. and you do it well, continuously, the next 10 years, 15 years, when we count of the millionaires in your country, you'll be one of them. Because all these things that we are sharing at this time, if personally I have started this years back, when I was back home, I don't think like I would travel. Yes, that's the gospel truth. Because if you have this, anything that anybody can do, you can do it. If you want to travel to go and have holiday somewhere, you can go and do them. Because these animals are what? Assets. They are asset. Yes, if you do it and you do it well, you don't do it just anyhow. You do it well. As time goes on, we will start going on board, using the board to do the mass. We will do the mass, and at times we bring the videos from site, from the farm, to buttress this mass that we will do. If we pick the layers, let's say 500 layers, we are going to do the maths on board to show that, okay, a day, if this number of bears can give you such number of eggs, a week, 10 days, 20 days, 1 month, 30 days, if you sell this, you are going to get, and we are going to use the local currency, and later we change it into what? The other currencies, and then we will do the subtraction from it. Let's say the feeding cost and also the labors, what should I say, the staff, you take everything out from it, and then the rest that will remain for you. We are going to do this all maths on board very soon to prove that this farming business is one of the lucrative business that everyone need to get involved. Yes. Or if you pick the pigs, you do the maths, you will see. If you pick the goats, you do the math, you will see. If you pick the cow, you do the math, you will see. Because with this, if you follow the teachings or the ideas or the knowledge that Farm Delight we have shared here concerning the feeding and other things, and we go about it strictly, and God willing, everything move on successfully for us by God's grace, you see that you will never regret doing this business. When you go to the farm, you dress well, you do the farming. When you finish, you take your shower, you put on, if you want to put on coat, you put on the coat. And you go any office that anybody can go, you can go there, so you don't feel shy that your mates or your friends have dressed well with nice trainers and other things, or they are wearing the CK or blah, blah, blah there. You can do it. When you finish, you can dress well, and also move, do your holidays, do anything that you want to do. And even when they need cash, they will come to you to borrow. They will come and borrow it from you. But because at times, some of the younger generation, they want to dress well, look good, do this. So when they see these farming activities, they see like something, or Italian will say che schifo. They don't want to go near it. I hope all of us are learning. Because me, myself, I am learning. Because today, I took some points down And as I am going through, I'm also learning. And we will make sure we follow our game plan. That's what our plan to tackle our farm. That's Farm Delight _TV. Every Tuesday, we meet to do a live video to discuss about general issue concerning the farm. The Tuesdays, we pick a topic and we use it to discuss a whole lot of things concerning how we need to go about the farming business that we are doing. So we hope and we urge you to join us every Tuesday. At the moment, that's what 19 GMT. 19 GMT, that's the time that we use at the moment. So every Tuesday you can join us 1900 GMT. And as time goes on, we bring the other one that anybody, all of you guys can join us and make your contribution. Yeah, so that you can also join us during the live discussion and also call us, and then you make your contribution for everybody to hear your voice as well. I hope all of us are learning. Before we run up today, I'll go back again to mention all the points that we have tackled concerning how do you see your livestock business. Do you see it as what, a profitable business? One, see it as what, a business. Two, see it as what, an investment that you are investing your cash into it. And also have a business plan. Yes, you need to have a short-term plan, medium-term plan, and a long-term plan. And also the marketing. How are you going to market your product? That's the points that we have discussed in today's video. And also when to expand. What will be the ideal time for you to expand your farm? That's your livestock, the animals, to scale them. When do you have to do that? And lastly, we talk about what? The cash flow. How to get cash to finance your project. We have discussed all of this in today's video. So if you just join us, you can go back and start to watch the video with your pen and your paper. Even today, for the first time, I also make sure I put down some points. That's what I use. And then you see how to go about this farming business. And also Farm Delight _TV. The channel is what? Farm Delight _TV. If today happens to be the first time that you've come across our channel, we kindly ask you to subscribe to our channel, like our video, and share for others to come across. And you yourself, you can go and watch some of our old videos, because some of these things that we are discussing today, we have videos from the farm that you can go and watch to see how things are going or how you need to do yours. That's why we urge all of you guys to always join us every Tuesday on this live discussion. And very soon, we're going to open it for anyone who wants to join us in this live discussion, so that you can also bring your ideas and your contribution. Yes. This is Farm Delight _ TV. This is your man, Charles Bentel, coming to you once again. And I hope all of us have enjoyed today's video. So we will end today's video here. And we ask you to subscribe and go back to watch the video. And then if you have any discussion or if you have any comment or question, you can go to our description box, pick up our WhatsApp number, WhatsApp us, or if you want to call us, you can call us because others have called us and we have done our best to come and assist them. And if you need anything or any advice, don't hesitate, call us. We will come to help you. This is your man, Charles Bentel, once again. May God bless you. Bye.